let's talk about sleeping, I guess.
All right, let's roll that segue wheel first.
Sleeping. Speaking of oil, this is a terrible segue.
Our segue is going to be...
about sleeping.
It looks like it's a haiku.
And speaking of oil, how do these oil executives sleep at night? Well, we'll find out if they're sleeping correctly, at least, right? This is from GG.com. I don't know what GG stands for. Emily Lawrence, maybe I'll figure out later. Emily Lawrence writes a story. It's an American way to assume that all life's problems can be solved by making the right purchase, especially when it comes to getting a sound night's sleep. Blackout curtains, an organic mattress that's supportive but not stiff, a cooling foam memory pillow. I've got all that stuff. I don't have the organic mattress. It seems like a foolish expenditure because basically it's just going to turn into a trap for germs at some point anyway. There's no shortage of products marketed as a solution for your sleep problems. While having a comfortable bed outfitted with high thread count, sheets, and pillows that make you feel like resting your head in the heavenly clouds can enhance sleeping, nothing can buy matters more than your sleep position. Mattresses and pillows get a lot of attention, but we're really not built to be very luxurious animals, says Avinash S. Barr, MD, a sleep medicine doctor at the University of Sleep. That's got to be an unintentional pun, right? Sleep is spelled S-L-I-I. Is there 3 I's? There's 3 I's in this word. S-L-I-I-I-P. Yeah, University of Sleep. It is an intentional pun, by the way. A sleep and pulmonary medicine telehealth company. So it's not really. It's not a university. Did I say university? I said founder of Sleep. Got it. It's not a university. It's a company. Sorry, eyes are getting buggy here. Dr. Barr explains that general sleep hygiene habits, like avoiding caffeine too late in the day, which I do, minimizing alcohol, I don't drink, and having a screen-free wind-down routine. Well, I don't think I have that. Maybe I should. Matter more than what you're sleeping on. And he adds that sleep position matters a great deal too. As sleep doctors explain here, sleep position also impacts how well you sleep and how you feel when you wake up. Why sleep position matters? Maybe you're wondering why sleep position even matters. As long as you're comfortable and able to drift off to sleep, who cares what it looks like? But I think of it as a matter of ergonomics. It matters how you're sitting at your desk for 8 hours a day. Man, if you're sitting at your desk for 8 hours a day, there's something wrong with you. If you ain't getting up every 20 minutes, I don't even know what the hell to say. Get up and walk around.
Hours every day. Hello.
Yeah, you do yoga. That's not the same.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I do stand up for 30 minutes in between those 8 hours. I sit at my desk every day.
But there ain't no boss making you do that. You're doing that on your own.
Yeah, there is. It's Roger me. I'm the boss.
Okay. No, that's not how it works. Roger Washington, and making your own free will decisions, you can't blame anybody else. Roger Washington, MD, FAAFP, the medical doctor and founder of the Sleep to Live Well Foundation, says that sleep position is especially important because it impacts how well we can breathe during sleep. Well, definitely want to breathe, which in turn impacts immunity. In order for the immune system to work, you have to be able to breathe deeply, allow air to come into the chest, and allow the lymph to move around the body. Yeah, I definitely take a few deep breaths. It probably will get you relaxed. For sure. Lymph is a watery fluid that delivers nutrients and removes harmful substances, protecting the body from infection. Dr. Washington explains that proper breathing during sleep is important for lymph fluid to move throughout the body. Scientific research backs this up. According to a 2024 article published at the Annals of Neuroscience, sleep is when immune cells migrate from the bloodstream to the lymph nodes, which are all over your body, being shaped areas of tissue that filter lymph fluid to the body for harmful substances or cells to move efficiently fight inflammation. And you know if your lymph nodes are swollen, you have them right here, you have them here, right? You know if they're swollen, you have an infection, or worse, maybe even cancer. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Anne-Marie Morse, D.O., a neurologist, sleep medicine specialist and founder of Damn Good Sleep with 2 M's, damn with 2 M's, says that how well you can breathe while you're asleep is important for other reasons too, namely avoiding obstructive sleep apnea. Unrelated obstructive sleep apnea can lead to a whole slew of health issues, including high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. According to an article published by the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, a 2003 article published in the Journal of Personalized Medicine shows that it impacts quality of life too, increasing the risk for depression, mood swings, and daytime drowsiness. Yeah, if you don't get good sleep, you're going to be just constantly halfway there. You'll be like, I'm not really here right now. I ain't getting no sleep. Sorry, let me drink a pound of coffee. That'll get me out of it. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, changing your sleep position may not be the only way to treat it, but Dr. Moore says it does play a key role. If you regularly suffer from nighttime heartburn, Dr. Moore says your sleep position can impact symptoms for better or worse depending on what position you choose. There's another reason why sleep position matters. Finally, your sleep position impacts how your body will feel when you wake up. If you want to avoid pain in your neck, and most are people that are pain in your neck, and lower back, how do you sleep matters? The best sleep position, we're finally getting to it, hopefully. Dr. Morse and Dr. Barr both say that if you don't have the obstructive sleep apnea or heartburn, there isn't one best sleep position. Okay, so the article is just bogus headline. Thank you for the bogus headline. If you find sleeping on your back the most comfortable, great. Ditto if you prefer side sleeping, but when pressed to give one ultimate best sleep position, all three doctors did the same answer: side sleeping. And in the picture, they show somebody sleeping in the position of a question mark, like a question mark position, like their whole top is looped around. I end up sleeping like that all the time.
Your feet behind you, basically. Your feet behind you, sleeping on your side.
Yeah, just draw a question mark. Just draw a question mark with your head at the top, right? And that's what you do.
Yeah, curled like a baby.
Right. Yeah. Well, not in the fetal position, but a question mark. As the doctors, because you don't want to, I don't know why they say that. As the doctors previously explained, the best sleep position largely comes down to supporting breathing. And Dr. Washington explains that side sleeping comes up the airway more than back sleeping, and definitely more than sleeping on your stomach. Sleeping on your stomach is terrible for your back.
Great for my stomach, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've slept on my stomach and woke up, I couldn't move for like 3 days. Dr. Barr says that breathing issues during sleep it's really funny unless it's happening to you. Dr. Barr says that breathing issues during sleep are much more common than people think, especially for men. In the U.S., 25 to 30% of men have obstructive sleep apnea. That's more than 1 in 4. All three doctors explain that when you're on your back, gravity pulls the tongue backward into the throat. This partially blocks the airway. Don't sleep on your back. That's why you prop your head up, folks. You prop your head up. Jeez, it ain't that hard to figure out. This partially blocks the airway, but when you're on your side, the airway is kept open, making it easier to breathe. I got 3 positions I sleep in. On my back with my head completely propped up, or on either side. I flip side to side all night, and I never get any sleep, but hey. But if you get heartburn, Dr. Morris recommends sleeping on your left side specifically. Why your left side? Keeping a wedge pillow slightly inclined in the upper body. This helps keep food down in the stomach and also allows the airway to stay open. Why your left side? Your heart's on your left side, I guess. Maybe the heart is not blocking gravity pulling your heart toward your inner body. I don't know. What does sleeping on your left side do? What if you're not worried about your breathing as much as you are about your aching, aging body? The science is mixed.
I think the idea is if you're laying on your right side, you're crushing the lungs on that side.
Wait, you got lungs on both sides.
But the one lung is smaller than the other because the heart's there. I think that's why they're mentioning the heart.
Yeah, if your heart's just resting on your rib cage on your left side, so yeah. If you're, in the stuff between your heart and your rib cage. What if you're not worried about your breathing as much as you are your aching, aging body? The science is mixed, or the best sleep position for avoiding pain. In one 2024 Curious study, and they spelled curious wrong. I really wish science would start spelling words right. They're just making us all illiterate. They spelled curious, C-U-R-E-U-S study, taking into account 354 people with chronic back pain. Side sleeping was most popular for minimizing pain, followed by back sleeping. In 2025 report, though, published in Musculoskeletal Care, advocates for either side or back sleeping if you have back pain. Sleeping on your back, make sure you prop your feet up a little bit, right? You want to have your feet to full relaxed position. Unless you got that, what is it called? The leg syndrome. What is that called?
Restless
the one where your
leg syndrome?
Restless leg syndrome. That stuff must be hell. While side sleeping comes out on top of the best sleep position, all three experts agree about the worst is stomach sleeping. I agree with that, even though I've done it and it's awful. And again, it all comes back to supporting breathing, and simply put, it's hard to take full breaths when you're sleeping on your stomach. The worst sleep position is your belly, because when your chest is against the mattress, it doesn't allow for natural expansion of your lungs, Dr. Barr said. Dr. Washington adds that stomach sleeping isn't ideal for people of any age. Stomach sleeping is associated with sudden infant death syndrome in babies and causes more apnea in adults, he says. It's worth noting that side sleeping is also linked to SIDS. Yeah, you got to watch your baby every minute of every day, folks, I guess. It's worth noting that side sleeping is also linked to SID. The best sleep position for babies is on their back, according to the 22 article. No way to control when the babies roll over.
You can swaddle them and then put them in like a bassinet where they just can't move, and then they can't roll over. That's what you can do.
At some point, the baby does get the ability to turn over, though, as we all do. Sleeping on your belly isn't also great for back pain. I know that for a fact. 2024 studies and curious that involved 375 adults with chronic low back pain, that's me, called stenosis, I have stenosis, found that stomach sleeping was most commonly linked with experience this condition. Total paralysis is what I've experienced from that. So yeah, the big takeaway here is that, I'm glad you think it's funny.
I'm laughing at it because it's not funny. That's not why I'm laughing at it.
Well, I'm going back to the time I was on walk about 2018. I got on Facebook, said I'm currently laying on the floor and I can't move. I can't go anywhere, and people just laughed at me. Okay, Facebook, fuck you. Everybody thinks it's funny. There, I can't walk. Don't. You weren't there. Who said anything about you? I'm talking about the people that laughed at me.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm not laughing at you because I think your pain is funny. Floor. I'm laughing at the scenario.
I'm completely paralyzed on my left side, right? I'm completely paralyzed on my left side below the waist. I can't feel my left leg, and people are laughing at me because I'm laying on the floor, and I basically got to crawl to the back. For 3 days, 2 or 3 days, I couldn't do anything. I could crawl to the chair I was sleeping on, and I could crawl to the bathroom, and I could feed myself. And I could only do that because I was downstairs. Oh, by the way, I fell down the stairs right before that, too, because I couldn't feel my left side. I put all my weight on the railing, on the stair railing, and guess what the stair railing did? It broke! And I went right down the stairs with no way to stop myself. So that was fun, and everybody laughed at me. Yeah, it's funny, haha. So anyway, I'm a little sensitive to it. Anyway, there's your, the big takeaway here is the posture matters all the time, whether you're standing, sitting, or sleeping. To feel your best, avoid sleeping on your stomach, and try sleeping on your side. Doctor's orders. There's your quick end to that story. Sorry it was so long. Sorry, not sorry. At least I only had one story.
I've got 2 haikus for you.
All right, haikus.
Night whispers softly. Turn and find a fresh solace. Dreams drift into new light. Then, hinge your sleep side now. Pillows cradling your dreams close. Rest anew. Don't stress. Yeah, definitely don't stress about sleeping. You're never going to get a good night's sleep if you're stressing about sleep.
Absolutely. The worst thing to go to sleep on is I got to get up early. That's the worst thing to go to sleep on. Forget it. You're never going to go to sleep now. Forget it. Forget it. Just forget about going to bed early just to get up early. It doesn't work that way, man.
Okay.
Fall asleep naturally, Dan. Unless you got sleeping pills. All right, next story.
Yeah, I guess that's what is it called? Melatonin or whatever. People just addicted to melatonin to sleep. Goodness.
Yeah, I know you weren't laughing at me. I'm just overly sensitive to it because when I was trying to be serious, people were laughing at me. I'm like, I'm just laying on the floor here.